Welcome to our lesson on IP addresses and address classes. In this video, we'll explore the fundamental concepts behind IP addresses, their structure, and the different address classes. Let's dive in. IP addresses are 32-bit numbers divided into 4 octets. Each octet is represented in decimal form, creating the familiar dotted decimal notation. An octet can range from 0 to 255. For example, 12.34.56.78 is a valid IP address. IP addresses are distributed in large sections to organizations, making them hierarchical. Think of companies like IBM, which owns all IP addresses starting with the number 9 in the first octet. This hierarchy simplifies routing on the Internet. Devices can receive IP addresses dynamically through DHCP or manually as static IP addresses. Servers and network devices often use static IPs, while clients typically use dynamic ones. IP addresses consist of a network ID and a host ID. For example, in 9.100.100.100, the network ID is the first octet, and the host ID is the remaining 3 octets. There are 3 primary address classes, Class A, B, and C. Class A reserves the first octet for the network ID, Class B uses the first 2 octets, and Class C uses the first 3 octets. This determines the size of networks each class can accommodate. You can identify the address class by looking at the first octet. For Class A, it's 0 to 127, for Class B, it's 128 to 191, and for Class C, it's 192 to 223. This aligns with binary representations and decimal ranges. There are also Class D and E addresses. Class D addresses are used for multicasting, while Class E addresses are unassigned and reserved for testing. While the address class system was essential historically, it's mostly replaced by CIDR for more efficient address management. But understanding address classes remains valuable in networking education. That concludes our exploration of IP addresses and address classes. We hope you now have a solid understanding of these foundational concepts in networking. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more informative lessons.